Welcome to Meta Sportscast. I'm James. This is Nate. We're back at you with episode 2 here. Today we're going to be talking about what's going on with James Harden and him getting probed into by the NBA and the deals that are going on there. We're going to have some Web3 stuff. Treeverse just released their combat. We're going to have a lot of other things. So we'll get right into it and go straight to James Harden. I think we all know that he's announced that he's taking that pay cut because he wants to win a championship finally.
Yeah, he finally smartened up, wants to win a championship. He's decided that he's gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna take the Tom Brady way winning a championship. I'm not gonna try to be Aaron Rodgers and do it myself. Um, but the thing that looks suspicious to all this is the fact that he's bringing in some of his former Houston Rockets teammates along with them pretty much. He took the pay cut and they're pretty much wondering, hey, was there a deal before with these guys with the 76ers? Because they could have done those deals right away, and I don't think they did them right away. They waited a little bit, but obviously them two playing with James Harden before, and then Harden taking a pay cut, and then the Sixers signing them. There, people are starting to wonder, was there a deal in place before, which is a violation of CBA.
And then at the same point in time, I'm gonna go to Tom Brady on this one.
Mhm.
My man Tom Brady, love him. He's a goat. But he's next then, I guess. Shit, because he gets everybody that wants to play with him, and
Yeah,
he
I'm.
and he takes the pay cuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of funny that they never. I
And
mean,
yeah, no one's ever been like, man, Tom Brady did something to convince him to come over here, or
yeah,
did
they.
yeah, like nothing ever. I mean, I don't think he did, and if he
But
did, who gives a flying F, man?
here's the thing. The CBA rules for the NFL and CBA rules for NBA are different, obviously.
Yes.
I don't know the details of all of either of them, but uh, chances are the way Tom Brady did it, there could have been something considered as tampering, but who knows? It's at the end of the day, each of these leagues work in their own way. So just sort of curious to see how this one turns out. I mean, I don't know what the NBA could really do other than punish the 76ers monetarily, or I don't know,
That's
suspensions.
it's tough to say because now everything's in place, so
Yeah,
nothing else you can do besides like maybe suspensions. Who knows?
yeah.
So I mean that could go all the way down the line. But we'll cut over and one of my favorite projects in the NFT space is NFT Worlds, and they've been out for quite a long time. I'm a huge fan of them, and they were blindsided recently by Minecraft
Oh
because
yeah.
their whole project's Minecraft server based, and they were blindsided. Minecraft came out and said, "Up, we're not doing NFTs. We don't want anybody to do them. Nothing in relation to them on our servers." And so a lot, I mean, NFT World isn't the only project that uses the Minecraft servers.
Hmm.
So all those projects now are in that mode of pivoting and transitioning into a new phase because everything they were building towards just pretty much got ripped out from underneath them.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know too much like myself personally what's going on with all that, but obviously if Minecraft coming out and saying we don't want to do NFTs with our game anymore, there's been a really big stipulate, or I don't know how to put it really as if I don't know if I'd put it as a stipulation, but there's a lot of people in the gaming world that are like, keep NFTs out of video games. They hate the idea of it. They will never they will never like it. So
And
I'm just
that's
sort of
what
curious to see
blows
what
my
happens.
mind because I'm a huge gamer, man.
Oh, we both are.
And you know how much money I've spent over the years on weapon skins and different every cosmetic things in games.
Yeah.
And if I just had the opportunity, if I could sell them for a quarter of what I paid for them, even
Yeah.
I would take that opportunity.
Yeah. It's like
And with this is where the gaming and the NFTs come in, where you can buy a skin,
yeah.
sell it. You might be able to sell it for more later. It might be that skin might never come out again on the
Yeah,
market or
well,
something.
think about it. The
It's a
whole
whole thing.
NFT gaming has sort of already been done before, and it's been extremely popular. If you think about it, it's the CS:GO.
Yeah. See, exactly.
The knives. how come so many people love that idea? And I get it. Like people don't want because people are thinking, okay, that's going to make there's going to be some companies that take advantage of it and make it a pay to win type of situation where people have to blow thousands
EA
on their game.
Sports. No, I'm just
Exactly. EA, if they do NFTs, that's a company to stay that needs to stay away from NFTs. But there are certain games that I think it could really work well with.
yeah, there's a lot. Yeah,
I mean, imagine
yeah.
Valorant.
Valorant,
I mean, Call of Duty has all those skins.
Call of Duty was it were
Anything that
amazing.
has anything that has cos
Minecraft, I think you
anything
could
that
do stuff
has
in there.
cosmetics, anything that has cosmetics, really, you could do it with. And like I could see it becoming a problem, especially way like again like the way EA does it with the loot boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah,
that
no,
that, that when you're
EA's
starting to make it
messed
like
up.
and when you start throwing NFTs into that, that's when it becomes gambling. So they've got to figure a way how to make it in there, put it in there so it's not like completely blown out of control on price, but it's like it's something that can make the game more enjoyable, but I don't know what the way around that would be at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, honestly.
And that's the negative
So,
I see with NFTs in gaming is how do you go about it without having the richest of the rich owning those games, especially if it's an MMO or something like New World where you have those clans and there's
well, that's
a
the
lot of
thing.
those
It's
games.
almost always in these, yeah, like you said, almost pay to win because like the most rare things go for the most, and not
Hmm.
everybody can get that.
No, and that's the number one thing the gaming community hates the most is pay to win.
It
Second,
they do.
it's a very close second. I think would be like what happened with Cyberpunk, but the pay to win mechanics in gaming, I think, at least in my opinion, is the worst thing I've ever seen in gaming.
Yeah,
FIFA has
it
done
is.
it. Battlefront 2 tried to do it. They got caught and it was a mess. It's yeah. Pay to
I,
win is a disaster.
I'm gonna be cutting over here and sharing the screen here. Let me share this. Because Treeverse just released their. Oh, it's not letting me share, so it's not. It's doing that weird thing again where it won't let me
Oh,
click any buttons. So, looks like we're not sharing. I don't think.
we can always do that another time.
Yep, I think we're gonna have to do that. So, on to the next one. We're gonna transition this into Bubba Watson.
To live for 50
So,
million.
so Bubba Watson. Yep, it's going. Obviously, not this year. It says he's gonna be playing with them in
2023.
2023, but that's a big sign. I mean, what is he, number
Yeah.
8 right now in the world?
I don't think he's that high.
Or
I
maybe
have
it
to
was
let me
40. I
look
think it might
that.
have been 40 actually.
I was like, yeah,
I think it was
I can't see
40.
him being I can't see him being top 10. Golf. Or let's see, world golf rankings.
You
Let's
just
see
got
where he's at
just
the
got to type
moment.
in Bubba, man. What's Bubba's rank?
Where is he? What the hell? It's not, it doesn't even pull it up. It's literally giving me his tournaments. Oh, 86.
World rank. Okay. Yep. Right now he's
He's
86.
86. So, but it's Bubba Watson. Everyone knows Bubba Watson. I mean, the swing is iconic. The shot at the Masters, that hook wedge is insane. And here's the one thing, we sort of touched on this earlier before we started the podcast, but Liv is paying these guys to go over and play. The PGA, you have to pay to play for the PGA. So it's like, it, why is the PGA still making these guys pay for it when they have who knows how much money coming in? I mean,
That's a
I,
huge. It's a huge thing with them. I think they're just starting to realize that they've actually got some good competition now,
yeah.
and that if they don't switch what they're doing in their whole model, that they're going to lose a majority of these athletes.
I mean, they've lost a lot of top talent. A
That's what I'm
lot.
saying. They've already lost a lot of the best golfers in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, how much more do you want to lose?
Yeah. And the way that they handled themselves through it all was just a mess.
Oh yeah, I know,
The
banning them from
first
tournaments. You
to yeah,
can't
banning the
come.
guys from
Ah,
tournaments, then finding guys who aren't even going to be on your tour anymore. Uh, just ridiculous the way they handled it. And then, like I said, the thing. you have to think about it. You have to pay to play on the PGA, but Live is going to come and pay you to play for them.
They're
What
like, hey,
makes
look,
more
you're really good
sense?
at golf, and you bring a crowd. Everybody loves you. Here's a bunch of money. Come golf for us.
And
Yeah,
everyone that's saying, "Oh, Live for the game, for the good of the game of golf," yada yada yada. Golf has been a business forever. Guess what? This is a business move from competition. PGA hasn't seen competition. So the
exactly,
way that they handle themselves over the next few years will really show. And to see, obviously, we have to see what happens with Live Golf because they could fall apart at any moment. I mean, who knows
exactly.
what could happen? It's still new.
I think they're here for the long term. I mean, they
I
did
think so
apply to
too.
go get world golf ranking points. So
Yeah.
if
I
that
mean,
gets approved, I mean, you're talking nobody would want. I would want to if I could go play for Live.
yeah.
I'm doing it all day.
Oh, if I got a contract from Live Golf, oh, I'll be there.
You're
I
talking
would take that.
eight
Yeah.
tournaments.
8 tournaments and yeah, and then it's funny that the
Sign me up.
PGA just copied them.
I
They
know.
literally did their own 8 tournament format with $20 million purses, and I'm like,
Yeah, we talked about it in the last one.
yeah, I was like, I don't know. It's an interesting situation. It's sort of fun to watch it happen in front of us. So
Oh yeah. So we'll move on now to out here by us a little bit. The Arizona Cardinals here have removed the study film section in Kyler Murray's contract now. I'm sure they received a bunch of backlash after he came out and spoke up about defending himself for he saying he does watch film and he can't
hmm
believe that people would think that. But like, I don't know, man.
yeah, I
Doesn't show it.
I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you're paying the kid 230 million. If he's not going in there studying, if you have to put that in his contract, because I believe it was Ian Rappaport who first reported it. He's like, this is the first of any kind of something like this I've ever seen. So it was a first. So it's like, why is it in there? Is the first question. And obviously, we won't have an answer. We will never get a true answer, a good, solid
No.
answer. But the Cardinals probably believe he wasn't studying. At the end of the day, though, such a big fuss was created. Kyler sort of threw it back in the Cardinals' face. Cardinals look terrible in all of this. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh yeah.
it's like, is there really gonna be a good working relationship there? Because I feel like, okay, after the playoffs, the Cardinals organization sort of did dump everything on Kyler. Like it was sort of his fault. So first of all, he felt disrespected there. Understandable. It wasn't completely his fault. But I feel like the organization should be winning more, considering that they have DeAndre Hopkins there and Kyler Murray. I mean, how many times has Hopkins made incredible plays for Arizona? And
Yeah,
it's
an
like
insane
I
amount. I
feel
know.
like
Yeah.
they've got a good offense. Like, why can't they win a game?
Defense wins games.
Yeah, but even their defense wasn't that bad. But it's like when it came down to it, to those games that you had to get down the field on the 2 minute drive, or
Oh, Kyler
it was
can't do that.
Kyler couldn't do that, or by the time that came
He's
there,
not
it was already
clutch.
too far. It was too far out of.
Unfortunately, he's not
Yeah,
clutch. He's just
no,
not the clutch player.
we've seen. I mean, we've seen it once with that Hail Mary down to DeAndre Hopkins in the end zone. But let's be honest,
It's all
that
DeAndre.
was exactly that wasn't. Now Kyler put a hell of a throw
That
on
was,
that.
yeah, I mean, he
Don't get me
got it
wrong.
there, but that was DeAndre getting
Yeah,
that ball.
DeAndre going up, but for Kyler to place it in the vicinity of DeAndre is insane. But
Yeah,
DeAndre went up and made the insane play. So just sort of, I want to see how this season pans out. Whether Kyler Murray turns into that kid who, don't get me wrong, he has all the talent in the world. But one, is he going to want to be in Arizona after all this is going on? And two, are we going to really see the true Kyler Murray come out where we know he can take this Cardinals team to the playoffs? He has the ability to.
yeah,
So
it's true.
he's got to
He's
show
got to
up and be
find
consistent.
himself, and he does have to become that clutch player because
And
he's gonna be put in a lot of positions
yeah,
with the game on the line. And there's one more drive. You've got one more drive.
and that 230 million 230 million dollar contract says you better be making this play,
Yeah,
or at least be getting these
it's what they're
50.
paying you for, man.
Yeah, it's those big moments. So we'll see how it pans out. And at the end of the day, does it cost the Cardinals, or is it actually a great business decision?
Yeah, we'll definitely see. But we're gonna move on here to the team up there on your jersey, the Mariners.
Yeah,
So
So
go
Luis
ahead.
Castillo. I mean, yes, we gave up a lot for him. Four prospects, two of them in MLB's top 100. Uh, Novelli Marte, I am sad to see him go. Kid had the some of the best potential in the world, but there's a reason why we're drafting and we're building these guys up the way we are now. Sometimes we're gonna have to let those guys go for big pieces. Mariners are in a win now mode. They have a young enough core.
Yeah, they definitely need to win.
They're in a win now mode. You go get Luis Castillo, you add an extra arm to the rotation. So that gives George Kirby and Logan Gilbert easing up on their innings a bit. And I mean, Logan Gilbert right now has got 2.78 ERA. Just he's torching the majors this year. And now adding Castillo onto that with a 2.86
So
ERA.
he's
I
got one of the
mean,
best rotations in the league now.
it's definitely a top five rotation. I've seen some people saying it's a top rotation, but I need to see them like tonight. We've got Chris Flexen going tonight, and I think Marco Gonzalez going tomorrow. But I want to see them beat Houston at least one of the last two games here because this is the last we're seeing of Houston for the rest of the season. We're done after this with them.
Yeah, you've got to be able to beat Houston.
hmm And if it gets to the playoffs, we have to know we can go in, be confident, and win the game.
Yep, I agree. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, and really quick, like one of the things I've noticed with the Mariners this last weekend series and this series, the things that are killing them are pitches against teams you can usually like you can miss a few and they won't make you pay. Houston makes you pay for everything. You miss your spot once, Altuve, Bregman, someone will hit a home run.
Yeah, they capitalize.
Yeah,
They're good at it. Yep, I would agree with that. And they've been good at it now it's been years now. They've
they've
just been a
been
solid fucking team.
they have been obviously the whole cheating thing and no one likes
Yeah,
Houston because of it. But I remember, I mean, even if you go back, what, 7, 8 years, they were the butt of the MLB. No,
yeah,
they were the worst team. They had 100+ losses. I don't know how many times.
I remember that.
Yeah, they were bad. I mean, they
I was
were
young. Yep,
bad for a long time.
I remember.
I mean, there's I think 04 they made it to the World Series, but that was like the only time I ever remember hearing the Astros growing up was that year.
That's funny. So speaking of funny, we're gonna move on to this one. So I found this one hilarious, and this will wrap it up. But the Jacksonville Jaguars cut one of their kickers on Thursday after
Andrew
he,
Melvis.
yeah, after he or he the kicker was Elliott Fry, I thought.
No, they signed Elliott
The
Fry. They
signing
cut
of it from,
Andrew
oh,
Melvis.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And then, but he missed multiple field goals, and then he hit former Dallas Cowboys head coach Dave Campo with one of the missed field goals.
yeah. He obviously that's not the reason he got cut is because he hit the coach in the head, but the fact that he was missing so bad.
Yeah, it's
They
not that
they're
bad, but
saying
it's
it
funny
was
as shit.
very very bad. Like
They said they were short field goals
yeah
apparently, and he missed
yeah
three right off
yeah
the rip.
pulled two short field goal attempts wide left, and one pushed it right.
All right, man. Well, that's gonna do it for today. If you liked
Yeah,
what you and if but I fucking fucked that up, so we'll fix it at the end. But that's for today. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
have a good one.